it on smash, put in the gas, I will not crash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash, honey yard dash.
Not a day in my life, long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life, as long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Ay, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. Boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life, long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life, as long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, hop on it. Rep for your bro, for your post, your poppin' your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, it's to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Here, Mike. Run. Slam.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check 9. Hey, 88. We got life left. Check.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He'll get this to Devlin, his fullback. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Jones. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Chase on travel. Here we go.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard. but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Let's go. Let's do it. Ready? 10-2 start. Rock it. Get that ball. Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Leo.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Now the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, leg. Jim. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 1. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Set. 30 base. Let's go. 6-6. Pull it high. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 18. Pretty move. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Rodgers. Jones has it. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Get 300. Get 300. To the 2-jet bomber. To the 2-jet bomber. Plant.
Check 24. Check 24. Switch.
Going right.
Snap comes at 1. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now a play fake here on first down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check three. Hey, alert three. Watch out.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
No. Yeah, Liz. Switch. Wide. Right now. You got 58. Lucky.
Throwing on second and long. Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Nicole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Now the try here for the point after. And that makes it 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
I'm here all day. 59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, wahoo! Here we go. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go. Jump out. Watch twist.
Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They go back to the ground with Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Zadarius Smith able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They'll set up to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. A nice pickup there. 18 yards. First down, Falcons.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive. 3rd down. Spectacular catch. Turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out.
18 Gator. That's a run. They're running it. 51.
Go out. Hey, exit.
Undercrush, undercrush.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. The give to Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 34. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
He'll look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Making the catch is Sternberger. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The Packers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Rodgers again now. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Leo. Hit it.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Frank Clark, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
General West.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Got it.
First and 10 at the 24-yard
Hard.
Watch the run.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 11. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
X3, 218, chopper.
Joker. Slam.
Right.
He's coming. We got double up.
Jumbo.
Jab.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Set up. 8, read.
Coming. Jim.
Protein spill.
Check it backer.
5.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. This one caught by Ridley. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, first down Packers. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Rashad Penny. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On the run, it's Penny. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Penny, the 1st down carry. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. Be ready, be ready. Check 15, and you got it.
Throwing now is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Mike, check.
Hey, high 7.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up. Let's go, dude.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At their own 15-yard line.
Set,
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Falcons, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.